In general, I have always followed some principles to come up with whether the idea is fundable or not. If you are looking for a fundable startup, fundable by VCs, typically we say you should answer these questions in this form. What is the idea? What is the problem you're trying to solve? Make sure the problem you're trying to solve is a big problem. So what problem you're trying to solve? Number one, make sure it's a big problem. We used to say it's an aspirin, meaning it's a pain rather than a vitamin. I mean, your solution, it's an aspirin, not a vitamin. So person has a pain that you are trying to solve, not that good to have, because then he may or may not buy your product, right? So that is number one rule for a startup for a winning startup idea. Big problem that you're solving. Number two is how you're solving it. That should be defensible. Problem may be big, but if your solution a customer cannot adapt or adopt, it requires him a forklift upgrade. I did startups in infrastructure space. If it requires him to change all the cabling, change his servers, he's going to be not happy about it. Or if it's a consumer idea, if it requires him to get up from his bed at 7 a.m. or 6 a.m. to actually do this, he's not going to be adopting that product, right? You can lose weight provided you get up at 6 a.m. and you run 5 miles and then you come home, you drink this wheatgrass juice and then only have green tea. For the rest of the day, you'll lose weight. We all know that formula, right? But how many people do that? You have to give him something healthy to eat. He wants to eat something healthy to eat, right? That he can at least eat and tasty, healthy and tasty at the same time. So how you're solving that problem? It should be easy to adopt. Number two. Number three is what makes you the right person to do it? Why you? If this is a great problem, great solution, why everybody is not doing it? What kind of qualification you have that makes you the best person to do it? Number four is why now? Timing, I tell you, out of all the startups that I have done, I have seen, I have invested in, the ones which didn't succeed, they had all first three things right, but the timing was not right. I shouldn't say timing is the most important. Some have the right timing, but still don't succeed. So, timing is important, but not only timing. Big problem, how you're solving it, easy to adopt, easy to move forward with. Why you? Why now? If you can answer these questions to a great satisfaction, to convince somebody, try this with your co-founder, your employees, your friends. If you can convince them to invest, you can convince anybody to invest. Especially try with your spouse. If your spouse is willing to write you a check, anybody will write you a check. So I think that's how I would say this. And I think, of course, people say you should have a global perspective. I don't think that matters. There are great startups selling product just in India, selling product only in US, only in northern US, eastern US. When you try these Uber, Ola and all these companies, they lift in US. They started with one city, San Francisco, LA, New York. They succeeded and then they expanded to other cities. That comes later. It's a problem that you're solving, right? That matters, and how you're solving it. That matters, and then why you are the person to solve it and why now. Thank you.